Alright, guys, I'm back. Normally I don't do the editing and thinking and plotting and planning. Usually everything is freestyle or for the top. But welcome back to another episode of Recovery with Rah. And to be honest, with this one, I didn't even really come into this with a specific topic in mind. I just wanted to whatever pops into my head, I wanted to go with it. I just took my medication, as I told you. It was just about the 25 hour mark. I was pushing it, and I was starting to feel it because I'm not on my comfortable dose. For example, someone like I'll give you my comfortable dose is 200 milligrams, and I'm on at least half of that. So just to give you an idea of where I'm at. My intentions, for those of you that have been here, you already know, but any new people that may be here, I am a recovering addict. I've been through everything in the book, man. Almost everything in the book. But my drug of choice was heroin, and it started off with pills, and it escalated from pills to more pills to stronger pills to a lack of pills to heroin being pretty much the same thing on the streets, and technically it is kind of the same thing. One is synthetic, one is real, and it started off by taking the pills orally. Then it started off by taking 1,000,000 of them orally. Then it started off by breaking them and sniffing them. And then once heroin was introduced, since pills were no longer accessible, and it was much cheaper, you would take the heroin and you would sniff it. And me, I always thought to myself, I would use logic, very ironic and illogical, but I would use logic, and I would say heroin is not supposed to be sniffed. From what I know, from all the movies, from ever growing up, I knew heroin was supposed to be injected with a needle. So I decided to learn how to do that, and I became an IV heroin addict. So from there, life had its struggle, trials, tribulations, my double life, terrible, miserable way to live. Miserable. I was a slave to the needle. There's a saying, first the man uses the drug, and then the drug uses the man. And it was extremely, extremely miserable, terrible, horrible. Like, it was the worst thing I could have ever done for myself. And I didn't just wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm going to be a junkie today. That's not how it worked. It started off legitimate when I was around 13, 14 years old. I got injured, and it wasn't broken bones or anything like that. Obviously, at that age, you go with your parents. I went with my mother to see a doctor, and this doctor gave me Vicodin. And Vicodin was very strong for that injury. I liked it. I decided, my mother trusted me. There was no reason not to trust me. I never gave her, if I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. I've always been that way. I still am like that today. And even as a junkie, I was that way. I did some shady shit, but I was always a man of my word. So, one thing led to another. I started building a tolerance, and, shit happens. I'm sure a lot of you have the same story. But anyway, what I was thinking about, there was a couple things I was thinking about. First of all, I've been saying, just to clear the air for the people that have been here, I've been saying, oh, it's actually one of my titles in one of my other videos. It says 8 weeks left. I think that was 3 years ago. In my defense, no excuses, just an explanation. From 2019, I was given, after a long time trying to get back into, after a 7-year break from college, my family kept pushing college on me, and a lot of the things that I wanted to do career-wise, they wanted 60 credits. The financial aid decided in 2019 they're going to give me full financial aid as a full-time student. So I took 4 classes, and 3 of the classes were 3 credits each, and 1 class was 4 credits each, because it was technically like 2 classes. It was the regular lecture, which was 2 hours, and then after that it was 2 hours of labs. So it was marine biology, so it was a 4-hour course where you're cutting open sharks and microscopes and all that stuff. No, I didn't want to be a marine biologist. It was just something that I had to complete. I needed some sort of lab science, and that was what was available, so that's what I did. And I just barely passed it. But it was crazy. My grandmother, rest in peace, there was a math class. All my classes other than my math class were in the daytime, and at nighttime was this math class. And I had to withdraw from the math class because we were all taking shifts taking care of my grandmother. She first had a stroke, and then the second stroke was the one that did it. She didn't pass away right away, and I'm Turkish. My grandmother, she doesn't speak any English, so somebody had to be with her all the time. When she got to the hospital, I had to be with her all the time. Family over everything, family first. So I had to go give my mother a break, give my uncle a break, give the family a break, stand by her if she needs to explain something, if the nurses want to ask questions, whatever. I would need to translate, and I would have to withdraw. So I lost the financial aid from withdrawing because I was no longer a full-time student, but I did pass the rest of the day classes, so I'm only like 4 or 5 classes away from my associate's degree, and I am 35 years old, about to be 36 in July. Crazy. I am way behind as far as school goes, but I'm not the guy that was, so much school. It was more like requirements for careers, and, family wanted it, but I'm not the school type of guy. But anyway, that was 2019. 2020, 21, the world got shut down because of, I don't want to say it because it's YouTube, but you guys know why we wore all the masks and stuff like that. And yeah, so it pushed a lot of stuff back. In 2019, I was down all the way to 5 milligrams. See, when you're taking, just like I showed you before, they have the 40 milligrams and the 5 milligrams. That's all they have. There is no 1 milligram, 2 milligram, 3. There is none of that. So it's either 5 or 40. They don't even have a 10. If they want a 10, they break the 40 in half, and then in half again, and there's your 10. So that's how it was. I was down to 5. But I wasn't able to go back to college with 5 milligrams because you're in full-blown withdrawal. You're not comfortable. You're not going to be able to sit still, let alone concentrate. Whatever, we're caught up, right? So now we're here, 2024. I'm still going through it. Now I decided not to go up. I decided to remain as close to where I was back then. I got a lot of dental work done. I got a lot of physical work done. I'm going through other medical stuff. Long story short, I'm taking care of all that. I've been taking care of all that. And what I want to get into is I've been spending a lot of time alone, man. For the past 4 years, 5 years, I have literally not had one friend hang out, one friend call me, one friend, nobody, no women, no nothing. I've isolated myself. And at first it was a little different from my normal lifestyle, and I decided, you know what? I feel like I'm reaching out to people all the time. A phone works two ways. So if somebody wants to hang out with me, they will call me. Let me see if I stop calling certain people, are they going to call me? Because I would call people sometimes, and I understand people got lives, people got jobs, people have families, people got to make money, but in this day and age, everyone is glued to their damn phone. It's on their hip. If it's not on their hip, they got their iPods or whatever, Bluetooth or this or that. It's always by them. And if it's not by them for 1 second, they go to the bathroom and come back, boom, they check their phone to see if they got a missed call. So miss me with all that bullshit that I didn't see your call, I didn't see your message, I was too busy, I forgot. Look at me, man. I mean, I know I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. You know what I'm saying? So miss me with all that sucker shit. And I started sucker ducking, man. I'm not doing that shit. Like, I started cutting people off. I cut everybody off. I have nobody. I have my family. That's it. My mother, my father, my sisters, their husbands, their kids, and me. I'm a one-man band, one-man gang, whatever you want to call it. Dolo, solo, dolo, that's me. So it's crazy what it's come down to. My right-hand man's, right? I've been rocking with homie forever, every year, all day, every day. Chilling with him, doing nothing at his crib, doing nothing. Whether it's playing video games, whether it's smoking blunts or some shit, even if I'm not smoking blunts, whether it's watching some fucking games on the fucking TV, whether it's just freestyling or chilling or whatever it is, right? Just going for a ride nowhere. Doing what people do, right? But now when it comes my time to, let's just chill at the crib and let's just go for a ride and, I can't. I got work. I'm too busy. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. What? Alright, no doubt. It's cool. I can kind of feel you on that. But you're so busy to the point where you can't call me on the phone while you're driving and stuck in traffic and you have Bluetooth or hands-free speaker. You're calling everybody else. You're watching fucking YouTube and calling clients and all sorts of shit, right? You're stuck in traffic, right? You can't call a motherfucker while you're taking a shit. You can't call your homie while you're just about to outside smoking a cigarette for 2 minutes. Yo, what's up? How you doing, man? Haven't heard from you in a minute. You breathing? Everything's good? What's been going on lately? Word? All right, no doubt. Listen, I don't got a lot of time. I just want to make sure you were good. Hopefully we can get up soon. If not, at least you're good. I'm glad I hear your voice because, tomorrow is not promised. Love you, dog. Peace. Is that so fucking hard? I'm going on. It's a definite 3 years, at least. But that's the definite 3 years. And it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. I was there for everything. For everybody. And I'm so tired of this shit. And I'm sure you guys might have similar. Try it. You know what? I urge you guys to try this shit. Give yourself a time limit. Give yourself a week. Don't call anyone. Don't call no one. Or if you want to just test somebody, don't call them. See if they call you. See how long it takes for them. I'm not saying don't answer their call. I'm saying let them reach out to you. The shit works 2 ways, right? You'll see who the real ones are and who either is in your life for a reason or for a season. You know what I'm saying? They'll get back to you if they need something. Definitely. Yo, I need money. Yo, I need. They'll definitely call you for that. But I'm talking about just for what up? How you doing? Like, they don't need shit, right? So, I understand that sometimes people have to cut certain people off. Like, if they feel like I'm hanging on their coattails or I'm bringing them down or I got a certain energy that they're not rocking with or whatever. But if that's the case, then at least say something. Don't give me that run around shit and insult my intelligence. Like, just tell me like, yo, this is what it is. And you still my boy, but I need to fall back. You know what I mean? Because I need to focus on A, B, C, whatever. I'll respect that more than this shit. Than this bullshit. And I wanted to say this shit because, like, this is, like, a huge trigger for people. Like, triggers are things that can, like, it could be, like, anything. It's just something. It's like some factor in your life that will make you want to go back and use if you're still in that mindset. I'm not in that mindset. I don't want to fucking use. But to the people that are at that, at that area where they still are not past the urges, this is very vital. You know what I mean? It's very important that these things don't happen, and if they do happen, you know how to control them, because that could be your downfall. That could be you slipping up. You know what I'm saying? And also, you got to be careful of like the risks of isolating yourself. Like isolating yourself for too long, and especially like me, starting to get comfortable with it, that's like a huge red flag, huge trigger for going back to substance abuse or finding something else to cope, because our problem is coping and we have addictive personalities. And even though I don't drink, maybe I'll go pick up a fucking 22 or something like that, or a 6-pack or what, and just get drunk and feel whatever, right? So you gotta be careful what you do with your time. You have to find a way to keep yourself occupied, even if it's the dumbest thing. something you enjoy, don't enjoy. If you want to go for a ride, you want to listen to music, you want to make music. If you're an artist in any way, do you draw? Do you make music? Do you mix? Do you make beats? Do you, whatever you do you want to start a career? Do you want to make whatever, right? You gotta, the idle mind is the devil's playground, right? So you gotta find a way to break that, because now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm at the point where I'm in this room, in my room, 24/7, right? And it feels like when I leave, I know nothing is there waiting for me when I come back. I know I'm not missing anything, but I feel uncomfortable when I leave. I feel like, yo, I gotta go back to my room. I'm uncomfortable here. I'm out my element. I'm like not used to the world anymore. You know, like me personally, I love to chill. I love to go out. I love to go shopping, go to the mall. I love going to get food. I love women. I love badass bitches. I like going, all that stuff, right? That's me. And I've been like that. I got things I want to achieve. I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I want to get a motorcycle. Like, I want to do A, B, C, D, right? Plus, I want to network. I make music. I do all this stuff. Check out Rah T is my name. That's where my music is at. RAHT is my name. No spaces on YouTube. Check out my music. It's the stuff I'm talking about here in music form. But my point is, if you isolate yourself like this, man, it just sets you, it really is a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster, because you get comfortable, you get complacent, and next thing you know, it's a slippery slope. It takes one little whatever, and you might lose it. They might catch you at a bad time. They might catch you. You woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, and that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Next thing you know, you're relapsing or whatever. God forbid, man. So, whether you're spiritual or whether you worship or whatever, you could pray, go do whatever. You could go to the gym. You don't need to go to the gym. You can go outside, go running, go for a walk, do push-ups, go get some fresh air, go walk around wherever, the neighborhood, go to the park, go do different things, go sightsee, go play a game, go whatever. Who gives a fuck? Go see your family, your nieces, nephews, whoever, your loved ones, if you got friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, and make sure you choose your friends wisely, because your friends will make you or break you. And listen, man, I've never, ever hurt the people that I consider friends and family like that. It was always self-destructive, and they know that. They know that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, for anyone thinking I'm gonna bring them down or I'm negative or whatever, or all they have to do is tell me, man. And I would have stopped talking about it, and I would have switched up, and I would have let it be. But people don't know how to communicate, right? So that's a big thing. But that's what I want to leave y'all with today. I don't want to make this too long. I just want to let y'all know, listen, man, be careful. Isolation is dangerous. In the prisons, they're trying to stop this, segregation 23-1. They're trying to stop it. It's literally bad for your mental health. And it's just something that, you're just stuck in your mind. I have insomnia. I can't sleep. So I'm in this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no time off, and your guard goes up. You start getting you just get worse and worse and worse and worse. It doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. You know, you could be studying and learning a million things on here, on YouTube, online, on wherever, but you are not going to get the same thing as going outside and experiencing it firsthand. And I would love to practice what I preach, but it's easier said than done. But I wish that you guys would learn from what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, smart people learn from mistakes, but the even smarter people learn from other people's mistakes so they don't have to do it themselves. And with that, I'm going to leave you be. If you guys want to hear more of my just, you know, everyday life or whatever, let me know. Because honestly, I haven't been making videos because I've been feeling like, why am I putting all of my personal business on blast if nobody really gives a shit? If nobody's paying attention, if nobody's watching, if nobody's rocking with me, nobody's subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, if it's not helping anybody, what is the point? What is the point? I could sit here and vent all day long. I don't have to upload it. I could delete it. I could record it on my mic. I got my setup right there. I got my studio right here. I'm good. Like, I could do that. But I'm trying to do it for you guys. I want to get your input on it. I want to see how you guys think. I want to see if it's just me. Maybe I'm just nuts, you know. But I feel like a lot of our stories are the same, even though little tiny parts are different. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of us are feeling the same things, you know? And people say, oh, you're such a good speaker. You should be a motivational speaker. You should do this. You should do that. I do want to reach out to children, especially. I want to reach out to everybody. But I feel like it's falling on deaf ears. Prove me wrong, guys. If you guys rock with me, let me, you know, prove it. Show me. Show me if you can. If you can. If you subscribe, like the video, comment, and tell me that you rock with me. Give me that positive reinforcement. I need it. I need a good pat on the back. I need a, yo, keep doing this. I need a, yo, I want you to talk about this. You know, and then if I see stuff like that, it'll give me the motivation and encouragement to keep going and going and going and going and going. You know? So that's all I ask, man. That's all I ask, is to click a button, subscribe. Click a button, like. Click a button, share. It's not the end of the world. And comment, man. I love talking to y'all. This is about y'all. This is about y'all. I want to grow. I want to make this a huge platform. I want to make this a community where we could all rock together, man. And who knows? Maybe we could really make a difference. Maybe we could save lives. Anyway, it's your boy Rah T. I salute every one of you. I hope everyone is doing well. To anyone that's lost anyone recently, my condolences. I just lost a few people. And that's the goal here, to prevent people from going down the same road that I did, that some of you did, that some of your family members did. And let's put a stop to this if we can. If we can. But the more people that see it, the more people that really hear it, the better chance we have. Anyway, thank you, man. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll be looking forward to y'all comments, your subscriptions, your all that, the likes. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Prove me wrong. Let me see if it really does make a difference. Peace.